Welcome to the fourth episode of Your 716 Fix. My name is Billy Welcher. I'm a senior journalism and mass communications major at St. Bonaventure University. We're going to be talking everything Buffalo sports here, most specifically the Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Sabres, and we're going to talk some Bonnies basketball. Getting right into it, the Buffalo Bills have franchise tagged Cordy Glenn, which is big for their offensive line. They've made improvements by signing Richie Incognito. Eric Woods played pretty well, so that's just another piece of the puzzle, the offensive line. Having a good offensive line can really help out Tyrod Taylor be a lot more comfortable in the pocket and let him sling that ball like he really can. But it is, kind of helpful that he can make some offense with his legs. They restructured Corey Graham's contract essentially to help out what's going on with their cap, which is just a problem right now. They have some cap issues. So that's why they released Mario Williams, Boobie Dixon, Craig Urbick, and Leotis McKelvin. This Buffalo Bills don't really have a lot of wiggle room. They have a lot of dead space in their cap. I think it might be like second or third highest in the NFL. So the Buffalo Bills are kind of in a little bit of a problem with contracts. But releasing someone like Mario Williams, freeing up that much space, they had $6 million more than if they released Mario Williams and then they franchise tag Cordy Glenn, because it was about $19 million for Mario Williams next season, and next season Cordy Glenn will be getting about $13 million. So it was about a $6 million swing there. So hopefully I can help out restructure maybe a couple more people's contracts. I think they might actually go after Charles Clay with that as well. So we'll see what's in store for that. Moving to the Buffalo Sabres, they just finished up a game. They had a 1 o'clock start against the Minnesota Wild. Unfortunately, an unlucky bounce gave Minnesota the first goal. Buffalo was able to score twice on the power play, but then again, another third period goal by the opposing team sends it to overtime, and the Sabres end up losing in a shootout. My viewpoint is we're kind of moving towards next season. They gave Matt Molson a workout plan saying you need to work out harder, you need to work out longer, you need to get on the ice as much as possible, no skipping optional skates. So Matt Molson might come back a new man next year. Tyler Ennis, I'm assuming that if things aren't going well in the next week or two, they're just going to shut it down for the season. So I'm thinking that the Buffalo Sabres really need to start figuring out who they are. The players need to finish strong and figure out what kind of game they should be playing, and the coaches to help them out with that and start gearing up for the next season. I'm not saying tank and lose every game and stuff like that. No, I still want to see wins. But for the Buffalo Sabres, I think it's time to look at other options. Maybe switch up some lines, switch up some deep pairings, see what works with who and stuff like that. Because I've seen Mark Pysyk play very well, but him being buried on maybe the third pairing isn't that good. So hopefully he could change with someone, or something can happen with the Sabres that they can find a good balance in their lineup so they can go into next season feeling a little bit more confident, because they definitely didn't live up to expectations, and I don't think they're going to have any excuse next year, especially after another offseason where they can acquire more people and make more moves. So that's what's going on with the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres. We're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with the St. Bonaventure Bonnies segment of Your 716 Fix. My name is Billy Walter. This is about 6 hours later after the first segment was recorded, just because I wanted to see how the A10 matchups went tonight. We'll be talking about the men's side, especially St. Bonaventure Bonnies and their big win tonight. But first I would like to go over the women's team just really quickly. They had an outstanding year. I would like to give my hat off to them. They played great all season. Ended up fourth in the A10s, but were unfortunately knocked out in their first game by VCU, 59-50. And that was the only team that they could not beat this year in the A10s, which is really disappointing. But I would like to bring up one particular player that played great, not only this season, but throughout her college career. It was great to watch her progress from a freshman to a senior, and you could definitely tell she was the heart and soul of the team. Katie Healy, fourth all-time in points, third in career rebounds, first in blocks. My hat off to her. She played great. She was down to business she was there when her team needed her most. And I think the Bonaventure Bonnies are really going to miss her. And another player, Nyla Reeder, who's going to be leaving as well as a senior. So the Bonaventure Bonnies are going to be losing some height, and they're going to be losing someone that can really distribute the ball. So hopefully they can make it up. I know Amani Outlaw, Mariah Ruff can hopefully take over on the backcourt there, but it's going to be sorely missed with those two. But I would like to say congratulations to them again. Unfortunately, they were knocked out, but Katie Healy and the rest of the team, great job this year. Moving on to the men. They had a big game against St. Louis tonight. It was essentially a trap game. If they won it, it was great for the Bonaventure Bonnies, but if they lost it, it could have been detrimental. But they did win. And I would like to say the big three came up big again. Deion Wright, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Marcus Posley, 18 points, 4 assists. Jalen Adams, 23 points, 7 rebounds. I would like to add that Denzel Gregg had 8 points and 7 rebounds. Quickly about Gregg, I saw it in Rochester when Marcus Posley went off for his 47. He was really aggressively going after those rebounds. I mean, Denzel was getting up there using his length and his athleticism, and that's something the Bonaventure Bonnies need. I mean, that's what they need to bring to what I hope is the NCAA tournament. They need to bring depth off the bench. I know Nelson Caputo didn't play tonight, but players coming off the bench are going to be key for the Bonnies because you can't just have those 5 guys contribute. Teams are going to be good enough that they're going to be able to shut down hopefully no one, but maybe Deion, maybe Marcus, maybe Jalen, maybe 2 of the 3. So bench players are really going to be big. Denzel needs to find his touch. Hopefully he's making all his free throws. I know that was kind of a problem the past couple games. But for the Bonnies that shot 50% behind the arc and shot almost 80% from the free throw line, that's big. And it's even bigger that Dayton beat VCU because now they share the regular season title and the A-10s. I mean, that's huge. For me being a senior, it's a little bit more emotional for me, I guess you could say, just because it is my last go-around, and for the Bonnies to be this good this year and most likely make the NCAA tournament, I say they need to win 1 game in the A-10s. But I think being the regular season champ along with VCU and Dayton, this is after they were ranked number 8 in the preseason poll. It's just big for me. It's big for the school. I couldn't be prouder of this team, and I know everyone else feels the same way. But I do not know exactly what this means seeding-wise. I know they're either a 2 or a 3, and they will be playing Friday in Brooklyn. But I do not know exactly what the seeding is going to be like and who they're playing. That will be covered on the next podcast. That will definitely be before the A-10s. I'm going to talk a lot of A-10 basketball. I'm going to have some special guests, I'm hoping. But it's just big for this program. Mark Schmidt, A-10 Coach of the Year by far. I mean, to bring a team that didn't have much size down the middle and was ranked number 8 in the preseason poll, for them to be the regular season, sharing it, but they're regular season champions, that's huge. I mean, such a small school, such a passionate fan base. I couldn't be happier for the guys. Now it's time to get down to business and put in some good games in the A-10s and really make your mark there and show that you're ready to go into the NCAA tournament. They've been playing well as of late. A lot of key wins, a lot of big wins. Hopefully they can keep that going. So good luck to the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. It's looking good. Congratulations to them for their accomplishments so far. But I really hope that there can be more from them in the future, and I'm hoping that they can be March's Cinderella story, because that would be the greatest way to end my senior year. I know that's a little selfish, but look, they're playing some special basketball, and everyone around school loves watching them, loves talking about them, and it's just a great thing to have in such a small town, in such a tight-knit community. And so we will have a pre-A-10s podcast set up probably next Wednesday or Thursday, and talking everything about not only the St. Bonaventure Bonnies, but the entire A-10 tournament. So look for that. That'll be episode 5. Again, my name is Billy Weltzer. Have a great day.